Duane and Needy's Food, Travel, and Fun. I'm Duane, and we are doing another Duane's World of Wings. And this time, I'm going to do a take on a Chinese wing. So, a lot of times you go into Chinese restaurants and you will see what they call Chinese sticky wings. This is not that. So, I wanted to do something a little different. The thing I don't like about Chinese sticky wings is, from the recipes I've seen, it tends to use about 15 different ingredients. And I'm not a big fan of recipes that have a lot of ingredients that aren't easily available to all of us. So I'm going to try something completely different. It is something I honestly have not tried. And I'm just bringing together flavors that I know I like and that pretty much everyone should be able to easily get. The one exception to that is it doesn't have to be this brand or anything like that, but we're followers. We like Mike Chen, and we did get Mike Chen's different chili oils, and he makes a garlic oil that is just to die for, and we used it all up. So it does, when you buy it, they are a little on the pricey side, but I have come across other chili oils that you can get if you actually look in the Chinese section with them in the market. And there's even ways to make chili oil, okay? I have this Korean taekyong. It's basically a crushed red pepper, but it's a Korean style crushed red pepper. It's a little more flavorful and not as hot. So I really enjoy that particular style of pepper. And I'm using, this is his spicy black bean sauce. This is the one that he uses. It is a chili oil. So I'm going to use that. And I'm going with a dumpling sauce because I really like dumplings. Needy is absolutely crazy about them. I like them. So I'm like, well, chili oil and dumplings. So I'm like, when I eat my dumplings, I tend to put chili oil on them when I go out and I get it. So garlic is just a staple for us. And garlic powder is really a nice staple that works well with whenever you're doing chicken. Soy sauce, once again, I've been using the light soy sauce, the lower sodium. And with a lot of these other ingredients, there tends to be a lot of salt. So you'll notice I'm not even including salt in this here at all. And the last ingredient, to head kinda into the sticky, is some dark brown sugar. And actually I have an open package of light brown sugar. I think light or dark, really, the difference is the molasses level that's in there. And I really feel that you can pretty much do this, get the same effect, especially since it's just really, it's bringing in a sweet and a little bit of a sticky aspect to these wings. So here we go. I'm not gonna do a marinade. I could probably take half of these wings and marinate them and do a comparison like I did last time. But I think I'm just going to do the baked and brushed on effect that I like to do most often. I'm just going to do it that way. I'm sure it will come out very nice. I'll bet if I did a 12-hour marinade with all these ingredients, it would come out fabulous as well. I was very pleased by how the Japanese miso wings came out doing it with the marinade. So I'm sure it'd work just fine here too. It is an approach I'm considering now pretty much whenever I start doing my wings. I also like that it's a little bit of a faster cook. So, but that's it for now. Let me get my little mixture together. I'll bring you back, walk you through it. It's pretty simple. Basically, I'm going to take equal amounts of these two sauces, probably an equal amount of this as well. Add a hint of garlic, at most a tablespoon of brown sugar, mix them all up and coat the wings. Bake the wings, get them up to so they start browning, and then coat them. And that's it. There's really not going to be a whole lot of, nothing too fancy here. It's going to keep it simple. It's really about the end result that I want to make something that I enjoy, that I know you guys will love as well. Okay, so preheated my oven to 400. I laid out my wings. I used parchment paper, which is something I've been switching over to lately, as opposed to aluminum foil, because I don't have the need to actually I don't have to spray the parchment like I do with the foil. And it takes out a step. And we've got the parchment paper, so I'm doing it. All right, so real simple. I got a good tablespoon of the light brown sugar. Adding that in. Gonna use a good tablespoon of this dumpling sauce. Okay. The dumpling sauce is really, it's like a mixture of soy with a white wine in there. It actually has some sugar, and they do use, let's see, they use, sometimes, let's see if this one has it. I don't see it. Oh wait, nope, it does have some. It has a little bit of the chili extract in there. It even has some mustard flavor. So you don't have to really go too much with the soy, because really the top ingredient here is soy, but I'm gonna add a little bit because it's light soy. So I'm actually kind of adding in my soy to reduce the sugar, the salt level that is found in this one. Okay. I'm gonna add my garlic powder. And I don't mind adding a decent amount, at least half a teaspoon, because it's got a lot of other flavors that it's working with. And here's the showstopper here, is the bean paste. And I am going to use, a teaspoon and a half of this bean paste, for sure. And then I'm just going to mix it all up and let it be. You know, it's nice. I'm doing this a little ahead of time, early in while the stuff still, that way all of this really blends in well. Everything's, and like the sugar is melted, and I don't have to be concerned about it not being ready to just spread. But this one is really dark. Remember, everything in here is, I mean, this bean paste is like black, like my shirt. So there is nothing light colored in here other than the dark sugar. And that's only because I went with a light one. But that's it. So now I have my mixture enough. I made 8 wings this time. My batch is 8 wings. I like to keep them whole. I don't take the tips off, as you know, because it kind of holds everything up off the sheet pan, and it's easy to coat the surfaces that way. It's a little easier. I mean, you can do it with the little segments, but I think the segments work better when you're doing a like the marinating. That way you're cutting through the skin in more spots. You got more spots to get the marinade soaked into it, and they can lay flat and just cook. They cook, like I said, they cook a little bit quicker that way as well. So here it is. It does have a little bit of a, and I'll bring it up. Ready? See the consistency? It's a little thicker. It's not, you know, that's definitely that bean paste assisting with the thickness in there, as well as the brown sugar. It's giving it that nice, this is gonna stick to those wings really well. I'll do 2 coats as always, and we'll sit here and try it out, see what we think. But I do like that. There it is. We have 4 ingredients plus some wings. That's it. This is really, once again, kept it simple. And we'll take a look at it. When I break them out and I coat them, I'll show you that part of the process. And we'll go from there. So I'll see you. It's going to be in there for, I like to go about 35 minutes, where it starts to show a bit of browning and the skin starts to crisp. That's about the point where I'll take it out and I'll start doing my coating. It may even go another 5 minutes or so, but other than that, that's really it. The total cook time should be about 45 to 50 minutes, because I'm gonna do a coat, wait 5 minutes, a coat, 5 minutes, and done. All right, we will go over to the stove in a minute, and once it comes out, I'll show you where we're at. All right, so I got my nice dark sauce here. And interesting, there seems to be a bit of an oil level to this. So I don't recall there being any oil inside of the dumpling sauce there, but apparently there is. So now I have a challenge. I may actually have to do an extra coating. So what'll work is I'll get my first coat going like I'm doing right now. And as this first coat gets stuck to the chicken, it will form a base for the next couple of coats to stick to. So it is hitting it and it is coating it. It's just kind of leaving like these weird spots that aren't just totally covered like you normally get with most sauces. Actually, this kind of reminds me of that sticky sauce, because it's not exactly everywhere, but it's definitely sticky. So, and I tasted this. Oh my God, the flavor of this sauce is amazing. So let's really hope that this all works out as planned. There's coat number 1. Gonna put it in. Set a timer, 5 minutes, start. It was just over 30, almost 35 minutes, just shy of 35 minutes I took it out. And you're targeting an internal temperature of 160 degrees. By the time you get to the second, third coat, you'll definitely be there. So should have no worries about that. Let's come right back in a few minutes, see how it looks. Okay, so we are back. I'm trying that second coat here. Hoping it gets like everywhere. It did, how do I describe it? It did kind of color up a bit. I am seeing it's looking nice, dark. It seems to be, it's still a bit spotty looking, which is different. Not what I'm used to for wings. But just because it's not what I'm used to, doesn't mean that it won't be good. Matter of fact, like I said, I tasted this sauce, and the sauce is one of the best I can remember tasting. So this time, I will say it's a little spotty, but it's definitely coating better this time around. So I don't think 2 coats is going to do it though. So I'm going to keep it a little short this time. Okay. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to overcook ever on these because it does. They dry out. But as you can see, I mean, that's taking some color. So let's get it back in. I'm going to shorten it. I'm only going to give it 3 minutes. And we'll be right back and let's see how it looks. All right, I must say, they're taking the color. There you go. They're getting dark. I did that little short 3-minute cook just to really get this to stick on there. And it's doing it. It's working. So this is, first time. New for me, new for you. But I really do like it's interesting that some of the wings seem to take the sauce better than others. Like these ones over here on the right really got dark. Maybe they got more bean paste. I don't know. And it's possible that the bean paste is actually part of what's causing it to just, bead up, as I've been seeing. But yeah, it's definitely coating a lot more spots now. Unlike before, these are gonna be really dark when they come out. I'm actually gonna spin them around. Taking a look on this side. All right, there we go. See if I can spot a couple of light spots that didn't take a lot of sauce. There we go. And there we go. Let's put them in. Once again, 3 minutes and see what I think. I'm keeping it a little shorter because normally I only do the 2 coatings. So since this one's a little more of a challenge, I'm going with 3. So let's see how it looks in 3 minutes. Hey guys, so there's my effort to give you a nice close-up of what we got. And it really did stick. I'm gonna come around. I did 3 coatings with only a few minutes in between each coating. That was where I ended up settling. So, let me grab a wing. It does have a little bit of stickiness to it. You can tell they're still a little steamy, a little hot. It's hot. It is sweet, salty, tangy. The sweet comes through first. It is, I think it's the best wing I've done so far. Yeah. It just has like a rich flavor. Even the garlic's coming through a bit. But that salty from soy, a little bit of that, I think it's that rice wine vinegar there, that from the dumpling sauce. Dropped my bone, but this, I'm making these again. All right. So it is not your traditional sticky wing, although my fingers are getting dirty, a little sticky. It's not quite so like that gooey sticky that you get when you go through the Chinese restaurant. But man, what flavor. Oh. Yeah. I'm gonna have Nidia try this. She's gonna love it. I'm very pleased. Yeah, this is a winner. I absolutely recommend make this one. If you only do one of the series, do this one. So that's it. Duane's World of Wings. I am going to sit down and just polish off this plate. Thank you for tuning in always. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't already, subscribe. Remember, tell your friends. Share. If anyone out there makes this, please send in a picture, a comment, anything. Let me know what you thought, because I am very pleasantly surprised about how this worked out. So, till next month, that's it. Duane, I'm out. See ya.